That's how I said like earlier that this was really easy to put back on the stand. It takes some care to get it back on. Hi everybody, welcome to Cobb Films, and today I'm going to be reviewing set 75409, the UCS Jango Fett's Fire Spray class Starship, or Slave 1, depending on who you ask. I know that the name change is a bit of a bone of contention for LEGO fans. I personally don't mind it, but I am going to talk a little bit more about that name change later in the video. But first of all, why am I doing this review now? Personally, I have waited a year to get this set. I know that it came out in 2025. May of 2025, so pretty much exactly a year ago today. I recently sold a Lego Ninjago car, so I don't really collect Ninjago anymore, so I thought I'd sell that and get a Star Wars set, because I do collect Star Wars, so it's very, very nice to have it here in person finally. So in this review, I'm going to be talking about the set in detail and maybe comparing it with some other sets, and basically answering the question, is this still worth it in 2026? 1 year later, should you buy this set before it retires in a year or two? But I just wanted to give like a detailed rundown of what you actually get in this set, what's included, what features are there, what features aren't there, and realistically, is it worth the £260 or $300 price tag? I think Slave 1 is probably my favorite Star Wars ship, and Jango Fett's in particular, that color scheme with the white on the nose and then the accents of sand green, dark green, yellow, and that dark blue at the kind of base of the ship. I think this is a much better set than the UCS Boba Fett Starship. I don't have that, I've never owned that one, but I have seen it, and a lot of people have talked about the upgrades and just the build quality of this set and how they were able to achieve certain curves much, much better than that 2015 Boba Slave 1 set. Starting off with the minifigures, you get a really, really nice Jango Fett with arm printing. This is pretty much the same figure that we saw in the play scale play set of Slave 1. Exact same headpiece, hairpiece, helmet, and all the other printing is the same. So pretty much the same figure, but with a bit of an upgrade on that arm printing, and it does look amazing. This is pretty much a near perfect figure, and I'm being really, really picky right now, but those guns are so outdated to me. They just, that gray color is not cutting it, and they do look very blocky. You know, in the movie, Jango's guns are these kind of sleek, kind of rounded design to them. So it would have been really cool for a UCS set to get a new mold. I know that's asking quite a bit, but even a color change, even having his guns in the correct color of silver or gunmetal gray maybe, I think would just help to alleviate some of that outdated look. Otherwise, the figure's perfect, but yeah, those guns, a little bit outdated for me. Next, on to Boba Fett, and I know another point of contention is this Boba Fett minifigure. I mean, it's just the hairpiece for me. I mean, the face print as well looks overly cartoonish. I mean, I know it's a Lego figure, but I don't know, something about that just screams like those 4+ sets to me. I think the face could have been a bit more mature looking, and that hairpiece, I mean, he looks like a baby Liam Gallagher. I don't know, he looks emo, it's weird. It just looks wrong. Just another point as well, I think it's very interesting that in the Playscale set, you get a Lama Su figure, which is really, really cool. In the Boba Slave one from 2015, you got quite a few figures there, you know? And it would have been nice to have 4 or 5 figures in this, you know, maybe Lama Su, Torn Wee, Jango Boba, perhaps potentially a Phase 1 clone, just to round it off. I know that's asking a lot of LEGO these days. I think they like to cut costs where they can. But yeah, I mean, it's not a massive deal. I've got the playset, I've got the Obi-Wan Starfighter, so I have got those Kaminoan minifigures, but it would have been nice to see something extra special in this set. Okay, so now we've got the minifigures out of the way, let's take a look at the set as a whole, and oh my gosh, this thing is, I mean, it's a beast. The curves on this thing are beautiful. There are minimal gaps, and the back of the set, they did not have to go this hard with the back of this set. I mean, if you compare this, I'll try and put a picture on the screen. If you compare this with the 2015 Slave 1, it's night and day. This back, minimal studs, so much detail. It looks brilliant. It looks fantastic, and I couldn't have asked for more, really. I love these thrusters. I love the white usage of white pieces under these translucent yellow pieces, just to give it that bright look. Seismic charge in the back, I mean, how cool is that? Two things for me: the build quality of the seismic charge is absolutely fine. I wish it was printed. I mean, this is, it's kind of sacrilegious that we didn't get a printed seismic charge, because the stickers on the kind of round bits, the cone shapes, they were difficult to put on and get right. It's just laziness, I think, with the stickers in this set. I think there are a lot of stickers that should have been printed. I don't really mind the flat stickers, the stickers on flat surfaces on Lego sets. It doesn't really bother me. As long as the colors match up and as long as they kind of stay on as they're supposed to. Just getting those stickers to line up properly, it's just a hassle. It's a hassle and it's not fun. I don't really know anyone who likes putting stickers on Lego sets. They're not fun, they never have been. This seismic charge should have been printed. I think they really should have had a mechanism where the doors slide open and shut. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but for a UCS set, you are paying premium price for this. You want a premium product. I think that should have been included as a feature. It was a lot of fun to build. I will say that obviously it's a UCS set. I tend to sort of build quite fast, which doesn't really bode well for a UCS set, because then you inevitably get two or three things wrong. One of the things I got wrong was this sticker piece down here. I put it on the wrong piece. I put it on the blue piece above it. I managed to sort of peel it off carefully and carefully put it on. And it does look pretty good, but I did mess them up. That was just me being an idiot, but they are quite easy to mess up. So just be careful with that. Again, there's another sticker here, which I don't think was really necessary. I mean, it's a nice bit of yellow detail, but we've got yellow detailing all the way down here. I think that could have been brick built. Moving around to the nose of the ship, this thing looks great. This looks really, really good. Another sticker on here, another yellow sticker. I do think that this one is warranted, to be honest. I think the color match to the green is all right. It's not too noticeable. And then going down, there's another small sticker here, which was fairly easy to put on. Most of this is brick built, which is really great. And you've got some nice greebling on the side. These cannons rotate with one another, which I think is great. And they look fantastic. One of the gripes with this set that I have is the fact that they didn't include the blue homing missiles that feature in the chase scene in the film. It's such a shame, but that they couldn't do that. They couldn't find a way to do it. I know it would be a tight sort of squeeze, but I think it's a shame because that is such a big part of the scene, which this ship is iconic for. So, I mean, even in the 2015 set, I know it's not kind of canonically lore accurate, but they did have a missile in the upper portion of the neck. And even something like that, although it's not as accurate to the film, I think you're still getting something. You're still getting a feature there where you can kind of display some sort of missile coming out. Moving around to the sides of the neck, you've got some nice stud detail. I always like a bit of stud detail on UCS sets, just so that you can clearly see that it's Lego, and I think that's kind of the reason why Lego do include some studs. They don't want it to lose that Lego feel. Otherwise it would look like a mock or just a kind of toy, or like a die-cast model or something. So I'm glad they do include studs. We've got a couple more stickers on the sides here in Aurebesh, which is really, really nice. And then we've got some more cannons here, which look great. They do the job well. I like this piece that they've used there. Unlike the Playscale version, these wings work perfectly. You can rotate them and they will rotate with gravity. So I think they did a really good job there. Very easy to put this thing back on the stand, by the way. This is great. I really, really like the mechanism. It doesn't really lock into place. You can easily lift it off, but very easy to put it back on. So really, really nice. And I just love displaying it like this. I mean, you can always sort of display it in the landing position, but I don't know who wants to do that when you can have it in flight mode. With that beautiful plaque at the bottom as well, which I haven't talked about yet. I'm really glad that Lego has decided to print these on UCS sets now, because it just looks so much better than a sticker. And again, you're not going to get it off kilter. You're not going to have to worry about it peeling off. There's a lot of great sort of information here. I really like these plaques, the kind of blueprint sort of design. But the way it says Jango Fett Starship, I think is a little bit cheesy. I don't think that that is the best thing to put. I understand completely why they didn't want to put Slave One. I get that. You know, they're a big company and they've got to make decisions like that. But what I don't understand is why they didn't just put the full name of the ship. Jango Fett's Firespray class Starship. I really like these plaques, how they're kind of, you know, in universe detail. And I think just calling it Jango Fett Starship on the plaque, it really does an injustice to the set. We needed a little bit more information there, a little bit more care put into the title on this plaque. Again, they're not going to use the name Slave One. We've kind of accepted that now, but yeah, just a little gripe I have with it. This stand is also super durable. It really takes the weight of the ship, and you're not kind of worried. It's mostly Technic, so you're not kind of worried about it collapsing on you or falling back. It's a little bit top heavy, but it's not going anywhere. You know, you can kind of pull it back, and it will sort of bounce back into position, which I don't recommend doing. One of my favorite features on this set is the ramp, the loading ramp. If you push down on this gray piece, it'll actually open up. Such a cool mechanism. You also kind of have this white Technic door, which simultaneously closes with the ramp. It works brilliantly, and I think it looks really, really cool. Okay, and now on to my favorite part of this build, the cockpit. First of all, this cockpit piece is amazing. It's a new one. It's not the same one that was used for the 2015 Slave One. This is a new cockpit piece. It does take up a lot more of the nose of the ship than you might think, but it is screen accurate. It is more screen accurate than the 2015 one. So really, really nice that they gave us a new piece there. Some stickers on the bottom, which I don't think are too bad. I know the color doesn't match exactly, but I don't actually think that's too much of an eyesore. Yeah, I don't mind those. Again, they are a bit tricky to put on. It would have been nice to have it printed, but at least they gave us that rounded detail at the bottom. They could have left it and it would have looked just fine as well. So you could probably leave the stickers off if stickers aren't your thing. My favorite feature of the whole entire set, this cockpit area is amazing. I mean, look at that. You can pull it out and you've got Jango and Boba sitting right there at this beautifully designed console. I know these are stickers and we've talked a lot about stickers, but these are really well designed. I really love the minimalism that went into these pieces here, and they really do look straight out the movie. And I just love the studless, sleek design of this cockpit. It looks so good. It looks like it does in Attack of the Clones. One thing I have actually changed about this is this seat right here. Jango's helmet is kind of supposed to sit on this seat, I think, or at least I really like it when it does. But if you kind of put it straight over one of these seats, when you turn the cockpit upside down, it's going to fall straight off. So I've kind of modded this just a little bit with some of the spare parts that come with this set, just so that the helmet attaches securely. I don't think you'd be able to tell from the outside looking in that there's any modifications going on here. Unless you look at the back, I think then it becomes pretty obvious, but realistically, we're going to be looking at this cockpit from the front. It's a really effective mod, but it's a really small kind of thing that that I was able to achieve that with. You do get these two pieces left over, this kind of headrest piece, so one kind of black stud and this rounded 1x3 plate. You do get that left over, and there's not really anywhere to put it, but I just put that in my spare parts, because realistically, I'm not going to be taking these minifigures out of this display. I really like them on display in the cockpit with this helmet here, and it just makes sure that this helmet doesn't go missing. Just a little mod there, but otherwise, perfect cockpit. I mean, look at the way that just slots back in. I think the 2015 Slave One, the cockpit was, I mean, it's night and day. Again, it just doesn't hold a candle to this design. And you also get two more chairs down here, and this is why I think they could have included some sort of minifigure, maybe I don't know, the Kaminoans, or maybe some clone troopers, just to seat in this Starship, just to fill it out. But really cool that we get two extra seats. I don't really mind that we don't have minifigures to fill them. I just like the accuracy, and I like just the look of them, the look of the chairs, you know, it's brilliant. when you take the cockpit out, you get this really, really nicely designed circular doorway. And this isn't just the design in the back. No, you can actually pull it out. This is another feature. And there's somewhere to put Jango's jetpack and his 2 outdated, albeit, blasters, but really, really cool that you can keep everything stored away there. And you can, there's this kind of like back to tank thing as well. I think that's meant to be a bit of back to, just a little Easter egg kind of thing. But yeah, even though you don't see that, really, really cool feature, because it's always nice to have your accessories in one place. I just wish the only thing about this door, I think there needed to be some sort of stud connection, because it does kind of tend to drop out like that. I hope I haven't lost that jetpack, because that does fall off quite easily. I really hope I haven't lost that jetpack. No, here it is. Another thing to consider, there could have been sort of some stud placement there just to keep that locked in place. Not, I mean, it only had to be 1 or 2 studs just for it to stay in place. But the design of this thing is immaculate. I mean, really, really, really amazing, amazing design cockpit. I think the best Lego has done for any Lego Star Wars set. There is just a little bit of an Easter egg to the Bounty Hunter PS2 game. I think it was released on Xbox as well, but I'm a PlayStation guy, so. You get more Aurebesh, which is, I believe it's the moon from where Jango actually stole this Firespray class Starship from. So that's a really, really cool Easter egg, something they didn't have to include. I know it's a sticker, but again, I think, you know, it's a flat surface sticker. It's easy to put on, and they didn't have to include it. So really, really cool Easter egg there as well. Just bringing over the PlayScale version of this set, I mean, it really does illustrate how massive this set is. I mean, we're talking about a 60-pound play set here. I mean, when you look at this, I've had this in storage for a while, and when I got this out to compare it with this, I was like, oh my God, this is not worth 60 quid. I mean, this is such a tiny model. I mean, it's sturdy, it's robust, and it does the job. It does look like a slave one, but it's so scaled down, so small. The playset is just not cutting it. I really hate how Lego have sort of scaled down these sets. Even the 2010 slave one, I know it wasn't minifigure scale and it's not entirely accurate, but at least the size kind of feels like, okay, you know, I'm getting a premium product here. I'm getting a Lego set here. This kind of feels like, I don't know, it just feels so miniature. It does, however, come with a Lama Su figure, which is a great minifigure. So maybe some people would say it's worth it for the 3 minifigures, but I don't think this is a substantial amount for, you know, for what you're paying. So it really is such a stark difference when you look at these 2 sets side by side. I mean, this thing is a behemoth. I mean, this is a massive, massive set. So is Lego overpriced? Yes, of course. I think everyone knows this at this point. But for their UCS line, I think particularly with this set, I don't think they're going far wrong with the pricing here. Okay, maybe it is a little overpriced, but compared to something like this, you know, that you're getting for 60, upwards of 60 quid, it's insane. With a set like this, I think, you know, you're paying for a premium product, and it does show. Not only in the piece count, but the sort of care and attention to detail that goes into a ship like this. Just to do another quick comparison, I mean, how cool is that? I think these are scaled perfectly. I'm really, really glad that these sets are pretty much minifigure scale, and I think this Obi-Wan Starfighter is also a really, really good play set. I think it's really worth the money. I think you can get this for about 30 quid. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I hope I answered all your questions and concerns about the UCS Slave 1 and is it still worth it in 2026? Yes, absolutely, I'd argue. But that does it for this review. Hopefully I'm going to be doing some more Lego reviews. I've been a kind of silent collector of Lego Star Wars, and I've kind of been watching more Gene's version and M&R Productions, so it kind of inspired me to do my own kind of review video. This probably won't be exclusively what this channel is about, but I definitely will be reviewing maybe some of these kind of smaller sets more in depth as well, but certainly the UCS sets that I already own. Please stick around, please subscribe and drop a like and a comment if you want me to review any more Lego sets. But that does it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.